I welcome you all for today's manufacturing processes class. In this class, today I am going to explain about the different types of welding joints. So today I am going to explain about the different types of welding joints. Okay, sorry. Mainly in welding, the mostly commonly used joints are lap joint, butt joint, corner joint, edge joint, and T joint. So these are the five different types of joints. They are mostly used in welding. Okay, they are lap joint, butt joint, corner joint, edge joint, and T joint. The first one is the lap joint. Okay, this is the last, figure related to the lap joint. Okay, this is the figure related to the lap joint. So in the lap joint, okay, whatever the workpieces or whatever the plates you want to weld, okay, then the plates, okay, will place one plate over the other plate, or will place one workpiece over the other workpiece. Okay, these two workpieces is are arranged such a way that they will be overlapped. Okay, and will perform the welding at these edges. Okay, will perform the welding at these edges. Then such a type of welding is a welding related joint is known as the lap joint. So such type of joint, we'll call it as the lap joint. So whenever we are performing any like gas welding, arc welding, or any other type of welding, when you are placing one workpiece over the other or one plate over the other plate, and then we are performing the welding at this, okay, edges, then such a type of joint, we call it as the lap joint. Okay, so this particular lap joint is mostly preferable whenever the this workpieces or plate thickness is having the thickness less than 3 mm. Then we can use a lap joint. Okay, the next one is the butt joint. Okay, the next one is the butt joint. So mainly the in butt joint, okay, in butt joint, whatever the workpiece is, okay, or whatever the plates you want to weld, okay, then those two plates or those two workpieces, okay, placed edge to edge. Okay, this is the one edge and this is the another edge. Okay, then you can place that two plates edge to edge, and then will perform the welding at these edges. Then such a type of joint is known as the square joint. So in butt joint, mainly we'll place the two plates edge to edge. We place the workpieces or plates. Okay, then we'll perform the welding at this particular edge. Then such type of joint is called butt joint. In again, a butt joint, there are different variations are there, like a square butt joint, single V butt joint, double V butt joint, single U butt joint, double U butt joint, single bevel butt joint, double bevel butt joint, single J butt joint, and double J butt joint. These are the different variations are available in the butt joint. So first one is the square butt. So this is one of the very simple type of joint in butt joint. That is the edges of two pieces are square. You can see that the edges, this one edge and this particular edge, okay, of these are be square and butted directly against the each other. These whatever the edge, okay, they are butted directly against each other. Then such a type of joint, we'll call it as the square butt joint. So this is one of the simple joint where the two pieces, okay, are square and butted directly against the each other. Such type of joint, we call it as the square butt joint. So mainly this particular square butt joint is mainly suitable where full penetration can be easily achieved. Okay, whenever the full penetration is easily achievable, then those cases we can use this square butt joint. And the second one is the single V butt joint. In this single V butt joint, mainly, okay, the edges of the both the pieces are beveled. So this is the one workpiece. This is another workpiece. You can see that the edges of both the pieces are beveled at an angle of 60 degrees. Okay, the edges of the both the workpieces are beveled at an angle of 60 degrees, okay, to create a V-shaped groove. Okay, to create a V-shaped groove, we will bevel these two workpieces at an angle of 60 degrees. Then such a type of joint is known as the single V. Mainly, this particular single V type of joint mainly a preferred whenever the like some thickness is going to increase, then those cases we can use this particular single V butt joint. Okay, and next one is the double V butt joint. So in the double V butt joint, here the both the workpieces. This is the one workpiece. Okay, this is the another workpiece. So both the pieces are beveled from both the sides. It will create the double V. So here we'll create the on the both the sides. So this particular side and this particular side on the like two different sides will create the beveling. Okay, then like to create the beveling and it will form a V type of groove. Then such a type of joint we'll call it as the double V butt joint. Okay, in the double V but joint both the workpieces are beveled, okay, in the both the sides and this particular side and this particular side to form the V. But then such type of joint we'll call it as the double V. But mainly whenever the thickness is of the workpieces is getting increased, then we'll use this double V but joint. So next one is the single U but joint. So in the single U but joint, the edges are missioned into a U shape. So in this like single U but joint. The edges are this particular workpiece edge. You can see that we'll bevel it such a way that we'll measure it into a U shape. We'll measure into a U shape. This particular edge, one side will bevel it in a U shape, and here also you can see that we will bevel it to a U shape. Then such a type of joint, we'll call it as the single U but joint. Mainly this type of single U but joint is mainly preferred than V groove. Whenever the thickness is getting increased, then we'll prefer to then we can use this single U but joint. The next one is the single U, that is the W butt joint. In the W butt joint, instead of single set, both the two like each workpiece edge on the both the sides will prepare the edge like a U shape. Then the type of joint we call it the W butt joint. In the W butt joints will prepare the U-shaped groove on both the sides at each of the workpiece, then it is known as the W butt joint. Okay, so when the thickness is even increased, then for better penetration, we can use the W butt joint. The next joint is the single bevel joint. In the single bevel joint, mainly one of the workpiece, okay, one of the workpiece will it will be remains square. We can use the same square workpiece and another workpiece will bevel it. Such type of joint will found it as single bevel joint. So in single bevel joint, okay, one of the workpiece, okay, one of the workpiece will be remain square and another workpiece edge will bevel it, then it is called a single bevel joint. And next one is the double bevel joint. In double bevel joint, here one of the workpiece will the edge will remains square and another side we will prepare a beveling. Will prepare the bevel on the two sides. Then it is known as the double bevel butt joint. So next one is the single J joint. Okay, next one is the single J joint and double J joint. In the single J joint, one of the piece is machined into a J shape. Okay, in you can machine one of the workpiece into a J shape. Then such a type of joint is known as the single J butt joint. In the double J butt joint, both the pieces, okay, both the pieces are machined into a J shaped, then it is known as the double J butt joint. In the double J butt joint, both the workpieces are machined into J shape. Then such type of joint is known as the double J type of butt joint. So that's about the different types of butt joints. So next one is the corner joint. In the corner joint, mainly is obtained by joining the edges here in the corner joint. The corner joint mainly is obtained by joining the edges of two plates whose surfaces are at an angle of 90 degrees. This is the one workpiece, okay, edge, and this is the another workpiece edge. We'll place these plates such a way that their surfaces are at an angle 90 degrees, at an angle 90 degrees. Then such a type of joint, we'll call it as the corner joint, okay. Okay, mainly like the this type of joints are mainly used for both light and heavy gauge sheet metals. This particular corner joint is mainly used for light and heavy gauge sheet metals. Mainly, already mentioned that. So a corner joint is mainly obtained by joining the edges of two plates whose surfaces are at an angle of 90 degrees. Then such type of joint we'll call it as the corner joint. Okay. Next one is the edge joint. So you can see that in the edge joint, okay, mainly used by joining the two parallel plates. Whenever you want to join the two parallel plates, so this is one workpiece or one plate, and this is another workpiece place. So whenever you want to join these plates, okay, that's why that we are placing these plates parallelly, okay, then such a type of like joint is known as the edge joint. So we'll place one workpiece and we'll parallelly we'll place another workpiece, and after that we'll weld at this particular no, surface edges. Then it is known as the edge joint. Okay, that is about the edge joint. And next one is the T joint. Okay, in the T joint. Mainly, it is obtained by joining the two plates whose surfaces are approximately at right angles to each other. Okay, we'll place the workpiece at right angles to each other. Okay, so this is the one workpiece. Okay, and this is the another workpiece, and these two surfaces will place at right angles to each other. Okay, and we'll like place these surfaces like a T shape, and they are placed at right angles to each other. That's why they are known as the T joint. Okay, and this is based on the requirement, based on the position of the workpieces, we have to choose the joint. So we discussed different types of joints like T joint, edge joint, corner joint, or whatever the joint, lap joint or butt joint. So that we have to decide based on the how what penetration rate that should welding should be done, or what is the workpiece's position. According to that, we have to select the this type of joint. So that's it for today. Thank you.